This is Anthony Gordon with Avid Artist Relations coming at you from South by Southwest 2012. We're here at the Austin Convention Center with Andrew Murdock, otherwise known as Mudrock. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
You bet. So you and I just did a little panel in here about home recording and the stuff to avoid and the stuff to go with. Have you done South by Southwest out here before? Done any panels kind of thing before?
This is actually my first time as a panelist. I have been here on tour with bands in the past when I used to do tour managing and front of house. It's kind of my roots. So it's my first South by in 10 years, and I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
Yeah.
The panel was kind of cool. It was nice to talk to people out there in the world and see what their needs are.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good panel. There's such a huge deluge of choices and information that if I can shed a little light to that to people, I'm really happy to, and it was good.
So your background, in addition to being front of house guy, tour manager, you graduate to producer, and now you're a studio owner. Right. Tell us about your studio, the Hobby Shop.
Well, I built a studio in Boston first. I ran a small, pretty ghetto studio that I did some great work in, a place called New Alliance. And first Godsmack record was done there. And then I moved to Los Angeles and started working in much bigger studios, much fancier studios, and found that the quality of my work actually dropped. And I learned that I'm one of these people that really needs to be in their comfort zone. And luckily at the time I had the wherewithal to actually buy a building and hire Vincent Van Hoff to design it and build a real studio. And I feel so lucky to have my own workspace. That's my world, my kingdom. Yeah. And your kingdom can be your bedroom. My kingdom's a little bigger than my bedroom, but it's not very big. It's very unassuming. Yeah.
So what role does Pro Tools play in your studio?
I've been driving Pro Tools for 12 years. I bought Pro Tools in 2000 for the first time to record the second Godsmack record, and I haven't made a record to tape since then. So I'm a Pro Tools guy. Tried and true.
Nice. Glad to hear it. Tell us about what you have coming up. What projects are you working on?
I'm about to mix Sully Erna's solo records live DVD. I've got a few projects coming in that I don't want to jinx because it seems like whenever I start talking about projects, they don't happen. Yeah. But the thing I'm doing right after this is mixing Sully's live DVD. Cool. Yeah.
So as a commercial facility, how's business been?
Business has been pretty good. I've been feeling recession proof for the most part. I'm finding that it's much more of a singles-based environment than a full-length album-based, which is kind of nice because recording and mixing an entire album all in one stretch is like getting beaten over the head with a sock full of nickels. It's like by the time you're done with it, you're just done. Yeah. So
it's like training for a marathon in a way. Like your feet will bleed at the end.
Yeah, it's very marathon. I'm actually really happy to be able to structure smaller projects around my family life. I have a 3.5-year-old son, and I have a wife who I want to remain my wife. So I'm trying to strike that balance between being a dad and being a producer. And studios can suck you in. And if you're paying for a commercial studio, you feel obligated to stay there for the whole 12 hours. Yeah, and if I have my own studio, I can say, okay, I'm breaking for dinner now for 2 hours, which is really nice. It's a wonderful thing to have.
So if bands are in LA and they want to record at the Hobby Shop, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, there's a website. There's thehobbyshopstudios.com. We've been doing actually a live concert series from the studio called Live at the Hobby Shop. And there's some great content up there. People like Lou Barlow and Ahmad Wasif. Also some great Los Angeles local music. So there's an email on the website. Easy to get in touch with me. Great. Yeah. Cool.
Well, best of luck with the studio, with records. And thanks for coming out and doing this panel and hopefully educate a couple people.
Yep.
So, until next time, keep following us on Twitter, @Avid and @ProToolsARman. And we'll have more here at South by Southwest 2012.